Welcome to the What's New video on ServiceMaster. From version 18 onwards, we're going to be releasing one video that shows the change log, or all the changes in ServiceMaster, so that you, our existing client base, can come to terms and understand with all the new features quite quickly and comfortably, and certainly better than it's been done at the moment. So let's dive into it. You guys all know the application. Let's go into the changelog and see exactly what's written over here and describe it for you. Alright, so the first one, all forms now use a menu down the left side of the form instead of tabs along the top. So let's describe that feature over there. So if we go into a customer, on the left hand side you can now see this list of pages over here. Now that just replaces the page tabs as you used to see them on the top of the form. We've done that for all forms, and I think the main reason for doing that was that the tabs were not visible enough and not grouped together so it would make easy viewing for these for what's available to you when you have a look at it. So that's why we did that over here. To use it, it's quite simple. You just simply click on the different items and up pops your tab. Another feature that we added to make better use of this space was we've taken the properties out of the properties section on this tab, and we've actually added it to the left hand side panel over here. And what you'll see is that the properties now show the last modified username and date and created username and date, together with the flag, the read only, and any reminders that this object currently has on it. So I've created this as the administrator, so that's why the created username is not there. Let's go to one that I created using my login as Alistair Cole, and hopefully you'll be able to see the created username there. So you can see when it was created and when it was last modified. Now lastly, we have the status of the object. Now you guys may remember that along the top there used to be a red bar that used to scroll when the object was opening or closing. We've now removed that, and that's now seen over here. The reason for that is that we needed to embed more power, more information into that status bar. We now indicate whether it's been saved or closed or opened or printed, all from this little box over here. You guys have asked for the ability to be able to print blank job cards, so that when your teams go out, if they don't have if you want to be able to send them to jobs that haven't been logged yet, you can do that. So it's quite simple. You go Tools, Print Blank Job Card. Now you need the user who's printing these blank job cards needs the permissions to be able to open job cards. So if they don't have the permissions to open job cards, they won't be able to do that. For those of you who haven't seen this yet, I'm going to be showing you the calendar view. So the calendar view is a way of you to be able to see the jobs that you have for your different teams graphically throughout the day. So here you can basically go and select which teams you want to view. You need to have at least one team in the list. And then what you can do is you can actually see any new work orders that are that have been created in this list over here. So let's go and create a new work order. And let's allocate it to a customer. Fault description. Okay, so there's your new work order over there. Now this work order has not been issued to a team yet. So what I'm going to do, in order to do that in the calendar view, I'm going to simply go into the work order and drag it from there into this section over here. Now this section over here basically means that it's going to create the job card, yet it's not going to put in the date and time of the particular job card. It assumes that you haven't communicated this yet with the customer. So it allows you to drop it into the particular team of your choice. Let's drop it into team number 2. There we go. So now you can see it's gone and created this job card, a job card against that original work order, and it's removed it off the work order list at the top. So here's your new job card, and again you can go into it by double clicking on the job card, and there it is over there. One of the other new features here is that you can now go and drag this job card into a time slot. So if you've now communicated that that job card must be executed at 10 o'clock with this customer, you can do so. And then click on it, and you can change the duration of the job card as you require it. So here, if you there we go. So now you can move the job card up and down, and you can also move the duration of that. Now that's all saved in real time. If we have a look on the job card itself, you can see that it's the estimated duration which dictates the length of this and how many hours it's going to be, and the job card date and time which determines its position on this work order calendar. Now I'm going to be describing some of the features which are related to permissions. You guys have requested that you want to be able to control the permissions of who gets to do what in a work order better. So basically, if you go into an existing work order, you can see that I've got permissions to force closed, totals checked, and to lock build totals. Now these permissions are controllable from the administration section of the application. So I'm logged in as Alistair, so let's go into Alistair over there and have a look at the permissions. Now if I decide that I, for whatever reason, don't want to be able to give myself permissions to that, I can set that off. So for instance, to set the work order as a callback, to force work orders closed, to create job cards for other teams, to change the custom address on a work order, to set the totals checked, or to create an invoice before checking totals of the work order. I can unselect those features. Now when I go back into the work order and I open it up, you'll see that I'll first have to log off the application and then log back in order for some of those permission changes to take effect. So let's go and have a look at them now. So I'm going to go back into work orders and open up the work order there. Now you'll see that that some of the features that I've unticked have fallen away, and I cannot go and do it. You'll also notice that if I right click on a customer, I don't see those options here on the context menu or at least on the work order. It's also become quite apparent that you guys require better control of passwords, etc., without the permissions required to go and edit them as an administrator. So we have added this very simple feature. If you go into the file menu, where you can actually go and change the password of the user that's logged in. So now I've got permissions, well, I've got the ability to go and set my password. I'm going to type in my old password here. I'm going to type in my new password, and I'm going to confirm my new password. And there we go. That's how difficult it is to go and change your user password. One of the other changes that I'm going to be describing in another video in more detail is the company options form. So we've done a lot of work on this form to make sure that it is easier to find the information that you're looking for by grouping the pages over here. So instead of having hundreds of pages or tens of pages that you can click on, we've now grouped them into the relevant headings.